Okay, guys, this week I'm going to go over just a little bit in chapter 20 with you. I'm just kind of helping you to figure out how you want to approach this course, and it's by no means it's a complete overview of the chapters or the content. It's just some thoughts on how I would help you to understand the content. So let's start with chapter 20. Look at page 547 on the right hand of the page where it says malignant tumors, cancer. Do this just like you would any other chapter. Excuse me. Put the chapter, put your terms. You also have terms in your Evolve content. You can look at those, you can listen to them, they'll even pronounce them for you. So anywhere you want to get your terms is fine. So let's look at this. We're going to put it's benign and malignant tumors. We're going to put it in the second headline, and there's a table there that has some good information, just some terms you need to know. An OMA is usually benign fatty tissue is where it's located, and it gives you an example of a lipoma. Same thing with adeno. It's usually malignant epithelial tissue. We call it a carcinoma. And then the fibrous tissue is malignant connective tissue, and we call it a sarcoma. Just some things that you might need to know. And then let's look at the patho there on page 547 on the right side of the page. So here's my suggestion is to look at the chapter and put this stuff in your own words. All right, so let's look at it. We know that a tumor is a space occupying mass, and the cells have changed. They don't function like they used to. Um, their growth is out of control. It's unorganized, and cell to cell communication is now absent. So even the cell membranes are altered with these space occupying lesions. As that tissue expands and it grows, then it applies pressure on vessels or other tissue, and that leads to necrosis and inflammation. What happens is malignant cells don't clump together like normal cells do. So when you have something that's like that, it's like cooking something extra crispy and it starts to crumble. And when that happens, that that those crumbles go to the other tissue, it causes um, it causes all that tissue just kind of get backed up, and it infiltrates even other organs and tissues. These tumors secrete enzymes as well that can break down the protein or the cells, and that further increases the destruction. And altogether, this alters the original function of that organ, whether it's tissue or an organ in the body. As these tumors grow, necrosis and inflammation and infection at the site occurs. These tumors can even grow their own capillaries. This enhances their growth even more. So that's just something to look at. This kind of is the patho behind some of the medications that we give, because we can give medication that reduces the blood vessel development, and it can sometimes alter our ability to treat the medications as well. So depending on how these tumors have set themselves up is going to depend on the treatment in order to get them under control. So continue on through your chapters. It's best if you go ahead and review the chapter before you go to the content and evolve, because it'll all make a little bit more sense. And then when you're finished with the evolve content, come back in here and look at your content, do some highlighting, some review, take your quiz, and take these quizzes like you really need to know them, because the midterm and the final exams are kind of tough. You can have a straight A in the course with every module exam or quiz, and then still fail the course due to the 50% that the midterm and the final exam constitutes of the course. So Don't just memorize this to get through the quizzes. Go ahead and learn this stuff. This is the foundation for your nursing course and for your profession. So take time to really study the content and learn it. And I'll see you soon.